Okay, so today I come walking into the town of New Vineyard, and it's been about a 20-mile day. It's 5 o'clock. I've been hiking for the better part of 8 hours, and I come into New Vineyard, Maine, and I'm looking forward to maybe some fast food, because I have an idea that there's a McDonald's and some stuff like that in this town. But of course, once I get here, I realize that I'm wrong. It's the next town that has McDonald's, and let's see, judging from the trash I found on the side of the road coming into town, they have Dunkin' Donuts, they have McDonald's, and they have Circle K. So they have at least some sort of civilization there. But New Vineyard does not have that. They have one little convenience store, and I walked in there and said, okay, where's all the places down the street? And they said, no, this is it. So with it being 5 o'clock and I had nowhere to stay, and I certainly wasn't going to push on 10 more miles to get to the next major town because I was tired. And I had a little bit of a hot spot on my heel. A huge hot spot. But it's all good. And so I figure, okay, I'm going to contact the local church. There's one local church in town, and of course they're closed. And so at this point I think, well, maybe I'll just go to the nearest church and throw a tent up in the yard somewhere, and maybe they'll be okay with that. And so on my way to the church, I stop at the public library / public office, and there's a couple of ladies in there, and so I noticed the place was open. I had a couple of cars in the parking lot, so I went in order to find out, hey, does anybody have an idea of where I could camp for the night, where I could throw a tent? And so the one lady, got to talking with her about what I'm doing and stuff, and she said, oh, well, my daughter and son-in-law and all my family, they're into ministry and mission trips, and they're doing a creation class at their church and all this great stuff. And so we got talking, and she said, well, I'll take you over to my daughter's house. And so here I am at her daughter's house. This is the porch. Now, of course, it's spontaneous. I've already met the daughter and everybody, and we hung out and had some tea, some hot tea, which of course I'm from Texas, so hot tea, I don't know, but I had to give it a shot. And here's all the stuff they set me up with. I'm on the porch, so I'm able to set up and get dry, because as you can tell, it's a bit wet outside. So I've got my things hanging up here. And the reason why I'm on the porch is because her husband had already just left to go see, I guess, some movie with some friends at church, and then she was going out with a friend of hers, and so naturally they didn't want to just let me in the house, because that would be a little crazy. Unfortunately, in this world today, you can't really trust people, but they felt comfortable enough with me, because I'm such a normal guy, to stay on their porch until they get home. And so I'm out here for a couple of hours, and of course the lady brought me some warm food. I got like a pot of stew, which of course is empty now, but it was really good. And the hot tea, and a pie, and a sandwich, which was, I guess this is normal in New England maybe, it was a peanut butter and butter sandwich, at least as near as I could tell. That's what it looked like, and that's what it tasted like, but you know what, it is food and it was good. And so when you're hiking on the AT, the Appalachian Trail, a lot of people like to refer to this as trail magic. Whenever you get some kind of a nice little benefit from some people, or something like that happens, they call it trail magic. Well, I have another word for it. I like to call it God. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to eat some pie. I have no idea what flavor it is or anything, but it's about to be in my belly, which is a good thing. So, this is Daniel, and I'm Coast to Coast for Christ in New Vineyard, Maine, and I will talk to you guys later. Word.